Marisol Todeschini was born in 1857. She is Esmeralda and Duque Todeschini's first child. Marisol and her siblings had a wonderful childhood. They were given everything they ever wanted. They were the youngest of all cousins, so of course they were spoiled. Marisol loved all things beauty. She enjoyed playing with her mother's makeup. Esmeralda always encouraged it. Her Aunt Muriel taught her how to knit, and she fell in love with making clothes. When she was older, her passion for beauty grew. She would always knit an outfit to go with her makeup. Her family eventually invested in a sewing machine, so she could further explore her craft. With all she was making, she had an idea. In 1878, Marisol opened a dress shop. There, she showed off all her creations to the public. She made many sales. Her parents were her best customers. They were so proud of her. Duque made sure to tell her not to give her business away to anyone. At the end of the day, Marisol's store was nearly out of stock. She would spend all night making clothes until sunrise. She even made new designs. One afternoon before she closed, a young man came in. He seemed impressed by the place. He told her he wanted to buy and expand her business, but she wasn't interested. Her father had already warned her about that. While she wasn't interested in his money, she was more interested in his looks. They went on a date to get to know each other. Marisol learned his name was James Harrington. He came from a relatively wealthy family, and all their wealth was passed down to him. He wanted to put the money into something good. While Marisol liked him a lot, she stayed cautious. But the more time she spent with him, the more she started to see how genuine he was. They were fond of each other's company. She introduced him to her parents. He seemed a bit preppy, but they liked him. In 1882, they were married. That same year, they bought a house. Business was still going well. James would help her with the shop whenever she needed it. He talked to her about expanding their brand and opening shops across the world. While the idea seemed nice, Marisol was happy with her little shop. Years went on and Marisol's business carried on. While Marisol was happy with the way things were, James wanted a little more. In 1885, Marisol and James were expecting. They soon had a little boy named Everett. He was showered with love. James wanted to give his son everything and more. So he started making toys for him. Then he got an idea. In 1887, he opened his own store next door to Marisol's shop. A toy store. His grand opening was packed. People from all over town had come to buy his toys. Marisol was proud of him. He would sometimes bring Everett to play and explore the shop. The older he became, the more he enjoyed being there. James would have him test out new toys he made. He always gave him something new to play with. In 1888, Marisol had given birth to a baby girl. Her name was Ava. After she was born, James started to work a lot more. If he wasn't at the shop, he was busy crafting new toys, leaving Marisol to care for the children. The less she saw him, the more she worried about what the business was doing to him. When she expressed her worries, he told her that he was working to make more money. She argued that they already had more than enough money, that nothing could change his mind. While his business's success grew with the passengers, he would never get to make up for the lost time with his family.